Hi Gaon. I am Jackaroo Toro, and on this channel I focus on Australian Aboriginal languages, predominantly the Pama-Nyungan ones. So, in this series about verbs, we have been talking about verb classifying languages and complex verbs. The complex verbs, which in these examples are all underlined. And the question is, these different verb categories, what do they mark, or rather, what types of verbs do they include? We are going to need examples here, and I am going to use Ngarla, because Ngarla is the language I know best. Ngarla, of course, has a system of verb classification that is highly grammaticalized, which I mentioned in the previous video. But this will work out anyway. To use Ngarla, you will see, I'm sure. So, we will begin here with intransitive verbs, verbs that only take a subject, where no object is required. Such verbs may also be called monovalent. Verbs that take a subject and an object, bivalent. So anyway, the fall category is marked by ngari in Ngarla. These verbs are Telic, which means that they have a clear endpoint. The action that is described, or the thing that is happening that is described, has a clear endpoint. Like here, Nyaburi, which is a name, Pamboro-Ngarian, where yan is the present tense suffix. Nyaburi is becoming blind. And there is, of course, a clear endpoint to that. In Ngarla, the fall category contrasts with the carry category. Despite what I said in the previous video, we have to consider kari, the marker for the carry category. These verbs here are atelic, which means that there is no clear endpoint. Like here, Yinda gao, Yinda, cold, gao, the case I label source, SCE for short, so because of cold, ngaya, I, jangangarian, am shivering. Because of cold, I am shivering. Now, in most languages, the carry category is bivalent, which is to say then that it takes a subject and an object, or the verbs in the category do, but the focus is usually on the subject. The Ngarla situation could have come about through reanalysis, is my suggestion, where the category that is bivalent but where the focus is on the subject has become a pure monovalent category, which is what it is in Ngarla. Yes, the become category is in many languages, many Pama-Nyungan languages, that is, marked by jari or ri. And this is one of very few inflecting verbs that cannot occur on its own in verb classifying languages according to McGregor. In Ngarla, it is one of two inflecting verbs that does not take main stress. So this is also an intransitive category, monovalent, and about half of the uninflecting verbs occurring with ri in Ngarla are reduplicated. By the way, why this tilde here in the middle of the reduplicated unit here? Well, I am following the Leipzig glossing rules, so you can look them up online. So, ngonyi marongo, that man. Ngonyi, the demonstrative for something that is distant. That man. Wandaga, tree, locative. So that man in the tree. Kangarangoro, high up, ablative. So from high up, wadi rian is descending. Now, in verb classifying languages that have both the fall category and the become category, these two categories contrast in the way that the fall category has a beginning focus and that the become category has an end focus. And that is what I show in the examples below here. First, we have two examples given to me by my informant or consultant. Jagadidi Kariyan. It is rotating. And then we have this example. He gave these two in the same context. He wanted to contrast these two. Ngonyi windmill. So that windmill, an English word there obviously. Jagadidi Ngariyan. That windmill is starting to rotate. So a focus on the beginning. And then we have this example that illustrates an end focus for ri. So palagani, the demonstrative for something that is mid-distant. Demonstratives on their own are frequently used for people in Pama-Nyungan languages. So here it means this one. Jipano. Growl at, past tense. Panongalo maliango. His father. So that one, his father growled at him. Gondarigora. This is the purposive suffix, and this means so that he would feel ashamed. So this is the intended end result, a clear end focus here. Then among the intransitive categories, I also want to mention the go category. The question is tari the Ngarla marker for the go category? I would say that this is a bit unclear. First of all, the go category is usually marked by ya or yan, as we have seen in previous videos. The word for go in Pama-Nyungan languages usually has this root. And here we have tari. Secondly, the go category tends to be quite large. The tari category in Ngarla is quite small. Anyway, this does fit the description, McGregor's description of the go category, because the go category includes verbs that describe changes in location, state, or condition without there being a clear actor. As in this example, mando is meat. Jogondarian mando. The meat is smoking, which in the context where this was said was supposed to be interpreted to mean the meat is on fire. So a bit unclear. This might be the Ngarla go category, but I wouldn't say that with 100% certainty. Anyway, this will be all for today, so I will see you later.